All right, today we are jumping into some serious marketing cheat codes for this new AI era. If you feel like you've been playing the marketing game on hard mode lately, well, this is your new playbook.
And let's be real, this quote probably hits pretty close to home, right? There's just so much panic that AI search is going to completely wipe out organic traffic. But here's the thing, while most people are worried, a small group of marketers has already found a back door.
So this is the big shift you've got to understand. The old way, that was hard mode. You know, fighting Google for every little scrap of traffic, waiting months for traditional SEO to kick in, and trying to sell low-ticket services. The new way is all about the cheat codes, borrowing authority from trusted sites to rank in like 48 hours, and closing high-value $5,000 AI offers. Yeah, the game has fundamentally changed. The old rules, they just don't apply anymore. So let's break down your new playbook, piece by piece. First up, the new traffic playbook. This is all about how to get attention and how to rank in this wild new search landscape.
Okay, the very first cheat code you absolutely need to know is something called parasite SEO. Basically, it's the strategy of piggybacking on massive, high-trust sites that Google already loves. Think sites like Perplexity, to get your own content ranked. You're just borrowing their authority, and believe me, it works shockingly fast.
And here's how simple it can be. You find a long-tail informational keyword, something your customers are searching for. Then you create a genuinely high-value page on a site like Perplexity. And here's the key. You just naturally weave your product in as the obvious solution. The result? You could be ranking on Google in as little as 48 hours. Seriously, no backlinks, no waiting. It's a total game changer. Now, ranking on Google is powerful, for sure. But it's only half the battle. To really connect with people, you need to go where your customers are already having conversations. So let's ask that crucial question. Where are those conversations actually happening? For a lot of us, the answer is Reddit. But hold on, you can't just show up and spam your links on Reddit. They absolutely hate corporate shills. The smart way to do it is to use the site Reddit search on Google to find the specific pain points people are talking about. Then you can validate your ideas using what's called the interview method. You just ask users in subreddits if they'd actually pay for a solution to their problem. And when you do post something promotional, use the golden rule phrase, something like, "Hey mods, feel free to delete this if it's against the rules." It shows respect, and it helps you not get banned. It's all about providing value first.
And what's really cool is that you don't need a huge budget to build a powerful traffic-generating asset. In fact, you can build something that brings in visitors day after day for literally $0.
You can build what's called a programmatic SEO site, like an AI tool directory, using Google's totally free Firebase Studio. You can instantly load up your database with content using a simple JSON file. And crucially, you can automate unique meta titles for every single page, which just explodes your SEO footprint. It's like building an automated traffic machine for free. Okay, so let's say you've used these cheat codes. You've got a ton of attention, traffic is flowing. The next big question is, how do you turn all that attention into actual revenue?
And that brings us right to playbook number 2, the new monetization playbook. Let's talk about turning that attention into high-ticket revenue.
So, rule number 1 in this new monetization playbook is to stop selling low-value stuff. I mean, look at this chart. Selling a $500 website, that's a low return on investment for you. But a $5,000 AI service, that provides a massive ROI for your client and for you. You're selling real solutions, not just services. So what are these high-value services that businesses are actually paying for? Well, think about AI voice agents that can replace expensive call centers, or maybe a credibility retainer where you automate a company's social media for a couple grand a month. But honestly, the single biggest opportunity right now, it's something called database reactivation. Let's just focus on this one for a second, because this is the moneymaker. Database reactivation is where you take a business's old, dead leads, that list of contacts just collecting dust, and you turn them into new cash. The ROI for the business is immediate and super obvious, which makes it the easiest high-ticket service you can possibly sell.
And you have to remember this. You don't need to invent some revolutionary new thing from scratch. The source material for this explainer talks about entrepreneurs who made millions just by cloning an idea that was already working and then just making it simpler or cheaper. The goal isn't always a brand new idea, it's a better offer.
All right, finally, let's get into our third and final playbook, the new intelligence playbook. This is all about understanding the new rules of the game so that your strategies, actually work.
Now, a lot of this new intelligence comes from something huge that just happened. There was a massive Google API leak that gave us an unprecedented look under the hood. It cut through all the SEO rumors and speculation and showed us what Google actually cares about.
And one of the most revealing things we found was this concept of a content effort score. It turns out Google is now using its own AI, its large language models, to literally estimate how much work went into creating an article or a piece of content. And the takeaway could not be simpler. Low effort now equals low rank. The days of just churning out thin, generic content are officially over. So if high-effort content is the new name of the game, how do you create it? You stop guessing what people want. Instead, you can use a workflow like this one. You scrape YouTube comments to find what we call golden pain points. Then you use a tool like Google's Notebook LM to analyze all that data. And then you can generate viral infographics and video scripts that are based on what your audience actually, truly cares about.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. Let's boil this all down to the essential marketing cheat codes you need for this new era.
If you remember nothing else from this, please remember these 3 things. For traffic, use parasite SEO on trusted sites like Perplexity to rank in days, not months. For monetization, stop selling simple implementation. Sell high-value solutions like database reactivation. And for intelligence, you have to understand that content effort is now a critical ranking factor. Create high-value content, not just high volume.
Look, this entire landscape is shifting under our feet constantly. These are the cheat codes that are winning the game right now, today. So the only real question left is, in a world that changes this fast, what will you be learning tomorrow?